Hacksaw. Demolition. Oh, another of the lovely Elizabeth. It's a shame what happened to her. Ted DiBiase buys himself a belt. WrestleMania 5. Hulk Hogan, rare interview with the champ. The Rockers. King Hacksaw. Bushwhackers. The Ultimate Warrior regains the gold. Roddy Piper riled by Rude. Big Boss Man discusses justice prison guard style. Jake the Snake demands DiBiase's destruction. Hulk Hogan faces his ultimate challenger in WrestleMania 6. Legion of Doom. I have some one-shots here too. Let's see here. Oh, before I do the one-shots, I do have some current ones. I didn't buy too many. This was a 10th anniversary of Raw. They had like multiple different covers. This was like cover 3 of 4. The Game, a special just about Triple H. Raw, I'm the Man, RVD. I couldn't pass that up. Hulkamania, the man, the myth, the icon. Divas, 2002. This is a program from the only house show that I ever got to go to when I was a kid. You know, I never got to go anywhere when I was a kid with things like this, but I got to go to one. And I think the main event was Macho Man defending his newly won Intercontinental title against Tito Santana, the man he stole it from. Superstars 3. WrestleMania 2 program. They just sold that in the stores, along with the Survivor Series. Wasn't there a few one-shots that I didn't get to here? I kind of covered them up here. My Toxic magazines. This was a new wrestling magazine. I actually think it was produced by a porn company. I'm not for sure about that, but I think it was. I think it was promoted by a company that produces porn magazines or porn movies. Toxic. But this was a pretty good magazine. I liked it when it first came out. I liked the pictures, the art style. They did a really good job. There was a couple errors in a few of these. Like, that's not Terry Runnels. That's Triple H, buddy. They had a few mistakes. See, Terry Runnels is over here. But for overall, this was one great magazine. And one of these was the first issue. I'm not sure. I like the style, I like the pictures. They really had something going with this magazine, and I really, really liked it. I don't know what happened with the magazine. Here's one called Wrestling World Gore Galore. This was pretty much for the hardcore wrestling fans. Kimona and Beulah. For the real bloody wrestling fans. Well, I wasn't really a real bloody wrestling fan. I did like the old ECW. Sometimes I think the bloodiness went too far. But, you know, I have to look at some of the bloody stuff. WOW magazine kind of came out around this time in the 2000s. There's a WrestleMania special and the Women of Wrestling with, of course, the lovely Stacy Keibler, who is #1. She is #1. They did like a top countdown of the girls. Oh, Tammy Lynn Sitch. She was hot as Sunny. There's all kinds of them in here. Beulah McGillicuddy. I could just go through this magazine, couldn't I? Entertain my fans out there. I'm skipping around a little bit. Fifi. Ooh, nice. Alexis Lurie. Oh, Alexis Lurie. Isn't that Mickey James? I believe so. Yes, it is. You know, it's been a while since I've been through this magazine. I mean, it's been sitting in this box for this long that I haven't gone through it again to realize who's in there today. And that was a Pro Wrestling Illustrated special. Now on to my DVDs, VHS tapes. I guess we'll start with the VHS tapes. Got Halloween Havoc, Royal Rumble of '97, Stone Cold Hell Yeah, Austin vs. McMahon, The Unreal Story of Pro Wrestling, the Superstar Series of NWO for Life, Steve Austin's Greatest Hits, some it's kind of his like independent scene stuff, WrestleMania's Greatest Hits, Best of Backyard Wrestling 1 and 2. These are actually my UFC ones, but you know, hardcore wrestling fans would hate me doing this, but you know, I love both equally. Some wrestling fans hate the UFC, some UFC fans hate wrestling. I like them both. I don't care. I have some UFC Ultimate. Here's my DVDs. There's a lot more DVDs I would like to have, like some of the current ones, like Starrcade, Stone Cold Said So, Stone Cold What, NWO Back in Black, Hulk Hogan Still Rules. I don't have the new Hulk Hogan ones. They made a 3-disc one, and then they came up with another one after the big 3-disc one. WrestleMania, which has got a cool bonus disc, which I think they added onto another one. WWF's Funnest Moments. Beyond the Mat. One of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time, Hogan versus Rock. Just because of the atmosphere of it all. The crowd just went nuts. It was huge. I'm a mark for hot crowds, and that was probably one of the hottest crowds ever for a match. Best of Raw, their greatest wrestling stars of the 80s, the Ultimate Ric Flair collection. I still need the sequel. I haven't got that yet. Macho Man collection from the Vault, Shawn Michaels. The Rock, Just Bring It. It's the collector's double DVD. And The Rock, the People's Champ. A couple of Ring of Honors. The Stars of Ring of Honor. It's got a cool match with Bryan Danielson. And, well, no, the one I really liked was, which one was it? Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. Boy, that was a match. And I think it had Loki on here, too. Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal versus Loki and Homicide. Boy, that was something. And this one I haven't even watched yet. I just got this a couple weeks ago, but I just kind of haven't had time with all this YouTube stuff, video games. I plan to watch the Best of AJ Styles Volume 2. Here is my great Muta collection. The Many Faces of Muto. Now normally I don't like getting copied discs, but unfortunately a lot of the stuff is not really released officially. Like this is my other Muta collection, and it's all burned copies. Somehow it's legal, or appears to be legal, for them to be selling this on eBay and other sites. Some of these Japanese matches, some of the stuff from Japan, Region 2 stuff. I have the other Muta collection on here, like the Birth of Muta. Let's see, which one's this one? This one is Muta 2. You'd have to import them if you wanted the real ones. Now this is just my local wrestling show. I'm just doing this one last. They have their own little releases. Black Harvest 1, their big show of the year. That was Chris Sabin and the Naturals. Black Harvest 2, we had Jay Lethal. Black Harvest 3 isn't out yet, but it will have Christopher Daniels. Future Shock, that was just recently, had Consequences Creed. Evolution X, they had 4 scaffolds and 2 ladders across the top. That was pretty cool. They had P.D. Williams at this show. Chase Owens, Best of. He's just a local guy. Wrestles around the area, pretty good. And this one I just picked up at the show. Someone was selling this one. Best of Memphis Championship Wrestling. Pretty much just stuff off the TV show. This was pretty good too. Well, let's look at my magazines, my wrestling DVDs, wrestling tapes, and I don't want to go over to a part 4, so that's enough of this, so thanks for watching.